Norse Mythology, P17, Baldur and Maternal Love. Baldur, the god of light, was the son of Odin and Frigg, the goddess of love and family. He was known for his radiant beauty and gentle nature, bringing warmth and life to the earth. All living things and plants loved him dearly. One day, Baldur began having terrifying dreams. Dark clouds covered the world. The prophets believed this was a sign of his impending death. Worry spread throughout the realms of Asgard, as Baldur was the symbol of light and joy. If he died, the world would plunge into darkness, cold, and chaos. Frigg, Baldur's mother, was deeply concerned and decided to protect her son. She traveled the world, asking every object not to harm him. Frigg met and begged every object. Fire, please don't harm my son Baldur. Stone, please don't hurt the child I love. And water, please don't drown him. She asked everything from metal and rocks to plants and animals. All objects promised not to harm Baldur. After receiving these promises, Frigg felt reassured that her son was safe. However, she overlooked a small, seemingly harmless mistletoe growing on a distant tree. She thought it was too small and far away to harm Baldur. Returning to Asgard, Frigg told the gods about her journey and the promises she received. To test this, the gods decided to throw stones and branches at Baldur. Surprisingly, everything fell short, unable to harm him. Believing Baldur was invincible, the gods continued the game with more dangerous weapons, sharp swords, arrows, and spears. But nothing could harm Baldur, and the gods rejoiced. Loki, watching from afar, felt jealous. Baldur's perfection and popularity were the opposite of Loki's own feelings of rejection and disrespect. In a fit of envy, Loki disguised himself as an old woman and visited Frigg. He cleverly asked about Baldur's invincibility. Frigg, unaware of Loki's intentions, revealed that mistletoe was the only thing she hadn't asked to spare Baldur, thinking it was too small to harm him. Loki, with cunning and jealousy, quickly found the mistletoe and crafted a deadly arrow from it. He approached Hödur, Baldur's blind brother, who was often left out of games. With sweet words, Loki convinced Hödur to join in. Loki placed the mistletoe arrow in Hödur's hand, drew the bowstring, and guided him to aim at Baldur. The arrow flew through the air and struck Baldur's heart. The light from his body faded, and he fell lifeless to the ground. The laughter in Asgard's halls suddenly stopped, replaced by silence and horror. In the chaos, Loki quickly disappeared into the shadows, leaving behind a sea of grief and shock. Baldur, the god of light and joy, was gone. Determined not to let him remain in the underworld forever, the gods went to Helheim, the cold land of the dead. They begged Hel, the queen of the dead, to return Baldur's soul. Hel agreed, but set a condition. Every living thing must mourn Baldur. The gods sent messengers across the lands, calling on all creatures to weep for Baldur. Grass, flowers, animals, and even giants in Jotunheim shed tears. Sorrow filled the 9 worlds. However, one creature refused to cry. Bok, a giantess living in a dark cave, who was actually Loki in disguise. With a cold heart, Bok declared she had no reason to mourn Baldur. This refusal meant Baldur could not return, forcing him to remain in Helheim forever. To bury Baldur, the gods prepared a grand ship, filled with treasures and beloved items of the god. The ship was set adrift on the vast ocean, carrying all the love and sorrow. Frigg, unable to bear the pain of losing her son, decided to join him on the ship, to be with him forever. Baldur's death marked the beginning of a dark era for the realms. a time of darkness, cold, and chaos.